that will aid, like Ann said, it helps pay for her retirement. I'm living off of mine, but I feel like I'm brand new, and I'm so excited for what's going on. And I want to just continue on from where we were last time. And I want to acknowledge Sandy. I am so proud of her. I don't know how many of you heard her say last week, I only have 65 people on my list. I don't know anybody. Do you remember her saying that? And I'm like, Sandy, they say every 10-year-old knows 1,000 people. I'm like, really, when I say that statement, but that's what's out there. They say every 10-year-old knows 1,000 people. So I would like for you to share, Sandy, what happened this week to you?
I've been thinking about the numbers that Nina talked about last week, the 3, 9, 27, 81, and about our homework. And I got a calendar, and I have double the amount of names I had last week. And I have into September filled out with 4 names 5 days a week. So
that amazing?
More than 140 names. So I'm excited.
I am so excited for you, because once you've got those names down, then we're going to work the next step in the process. Okay. Congratulations, Sandy. I'm proud of you. Who else has got their names done?
I don't have mine completely done, but I'm on my way.
Okay.
You know, I did what you did. I got the calendars, and so I'm working on with those.
Okay,
so I think I have about 100. I mean, I'm probably close to 190.
Okay. So and the reason this is of urgency is because next week, after they make this announcement, when we do our call next week, Friday, it's like hit hard. Okay. So Sharon, how have you been doing? I can't see. Is it empty or?
No, I'm here. See, I'm here.
No, I can see your face. We just can't see your thing.
Oh, no, okay. So what it is there's a calendar, right? But then I have my names on there separately.
Oh, okay.
So I have space because I put their phone numbers on the paper.
Okay.
So I did my July all the way up to September.
So you've got a different list of what you've got, but you've got so many names for the day.
Yeah.
So you know what people you're going to connect with on that day.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good job.
So hold on. I'll show you July if I can find it. I just ran out of the house. Oh, here it is. So this is July 26th. So I have 26th here. And then there's the 27th. And then I have each day on what I'm going to do all the way till September.
Okay, awesome. How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel good because after the call last week, I was playing with the numbers. And based on the names that I have, I'm looking at Presidential Master.
It's amazing. It's amazing when you have a clear cut plan in front of you.
It's fun.
It gives you more courage to go too, because you know exactly what you have to do that day.
Yeah.
And you're not doing anything else. We'll talk about that, but you're not going to do anything else until what you've got done on that day is done.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Anne, congratulations. What about you?
I am working on mine. I have 173 right now. Okay. I've already got appointments scheduled with people. You know what's funny is when you start focusing on this and you know that you want to connect with people start coming to you. Like there's a couple people that I was like, oh, prejudging, you know how you do that just automatically. Yep. Like, I know, she's so young and I don't know. And I talked to her mom, who's my best friend, last night or the night before. And she's like, I was just talking to Lauren and I think she really wants to do the business. It's like, forget that prejudging thing. That's out the window. So what I did is I really did the people I wanted to work with first. I know we're not supposed to do that, but
It doesn't matter as long as you've got the names.
you know, I've been this for so long that I've done a lot of the energy vampires, and I don't want energy vampires, and I want it to be something that's thoughtful. But doing this, Nina, it's really powerful because now we can go to conference and just relax and enjoy conference and know that everything's in place.
Exactly.
In the past, I was like, I'm wasting time here at conference and I have this information and I can't get a hold of my people. But now if we have everything in place ahead of time, it's boom, you go, you relax, you enjoy, you get the information without that thought, that complaining in your background.
Yep,
And
yep.
you just really, really understand and be part of that process. So I'm super excited.
Awesome, awesome. And is Susie on the same place with you?
Yeah, yeah. And we have a little healthy sister competition with that kind of stuff. I mean, we support each other totally, but we're like, we keep each other accountable too. So that's good.
Awesome, awesome. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. Happy
Thanks.
to hear that.
Yay. Happy to be part of you guys.
Yes.
Super excited to have an upline that's actually engaged. We've never had that besides my parents.
So Anne is part of the group that our family purchased and from Ohio. So her and her sister are very active. Another one does everything online, so I don't know. And then you guys have met Jim a couple of times. And I think after conference that we'll see more of them as well. So awesome. So Mike, where are you in the process? I know we haven't had you on here for a while, but tell me where you are in the process.
We haven't really started writing anything down yet because we're looking at all the other names that we had and just seeing if those were anything worth putting on the list.
Okay.
I wrote down solid no's on the last time we went through a list of people and everything. So gonna just go through and check all those again. And then we're discussing some of Janet's clients and seeing if any of those would be a good fit.
Yes.
I know you shouldn't be prejudging, but it's just a certain group of people we got.
Yes. And I'm going to give you guys an assignment today that will help you maybe get rid of that. I just want you to get names on the calendar of people that you're going to connect with. Now, if you've got some names that there's something going on with I can't put it in front of my face because then my face turns, I think that the camera thing on my computer is dying. I got all this psychedelic stuff going on. Isn't that weird? I'm blue today. The other night I was green. So anyways, sorry. The assignment that you have today, I think is going to make it easier for you to do some connections with people. And I know, Mike, that you went through the process where you were calling all kinds of people that were dead, and you got all kinds of no's or people. And it's hard to revive the dead.
Right.
I only know of one that could do that, and that was Jesus. And I think in this business, to be completely honest with you, I know that we've been told to do that multiple times through the years, is go back to people who used to use. If you get 1 out of 50, you might be lucky.
Right.
You know, because they just fell away and they lost their passion and their desire. But there's hundreds and thousands of people out there who are looking for what we've got. And if you want to focus on product, then do your prospecting with product. If you want to focus on business, do your prospecting with business. I still feel strongly about, you know, when you do get together, whether it's with product or business, that you still tell the whole story. So I'm going to encourage you to not just have a list of names, but do like we're doing and getting them on the calendar. And if you put 5 names a day on a calendar or 4 names a day on a calendar, it's once you start that activity, things are going to start flying. There's no question about it. So, all right, we have been talking about the activity part because that's the part that everybody can get into, right? Now I want to talk about the reality of what's your goals. Okay? Because when we have a goal that's way out there, I think it's very important to have, as they call them, horizon goals. But we have to have short-term goals, because the short-term goals is what's going to encourage you to go on. You keep doing the short-term goal, and then that's going to reach you the long-term goal, right? So what are some short-term goals that you guys have? Sandy, you want to start?
Well, my short-term goal is to make 2,000 and then to make director with a solid customer base.
Okay, so you mean to make 2,000 PV?
2,000 PV and then 3,000 PV with a solid customer base.
Okay. So what is that going to do?
Because I don't want to.
What's that going to do for you?
Well, will that do for me?
Yeah.
Build my belief again, because I let it die.
Okay.
I have the belief in the products, but not in myself.
Okay. Okay. And you had some belief in yourself for a period?
I had help getting to the director, so that was exciting, but then I didn't hold it.
So then that completely
that's my
inflated you, right? And that's
Yeah.
something you have
Yeah.
to learn. The post that I did on Facebook yesterday, my daughter-in-law is coming back from Montana. So the eastern part of the state is all these hills, okay? I mean, you don't see nothing for 70 miles but hills, but you can see them. And she sent that picture, and I immediately put an analogy with it because it connected so much with our business. We all have ups and then we have downs. There is never ever been a straight up road in this. But when you have it down, and this was a very hard lesson for me to learn. The first time I lost directors was back in 95, I think. And I lost 3 of them in 1 year. And I was so devastated because I thought, man, oh man, I'm a terrible leader. I made it all about me. And it's not about me. It's not my responsibility whether somebody is successful or not in this business. You need a downline, but you've got to find people that want it. We can inspire people and we can do it for them. And that's what I did, is I did everything for them. And then when they reverted, I thought that I had done something wrong, but it wasn't that I had done something wrong. But I had to learn that. And it was Gary Burke in my face that said, Nina, I don't know what happened, but somewhere you lost your confidence. You need to figure it out and go back to work again. And when he said that to me, I swallowed a couple of times, but it was 100% truth. This business is about personal growth. I apologize for looking really weird today. Does it look that way to you guys? Oh, okay. I got all this.
You're blue. Now your teeth are blue.
I know. My visual camera on my big computer is going, which is scary, but because I got a new webcam thinking it was a webcam, but it's not. So anyways, the other thing, Sandy, that I'm going to encourage you to do is to find some personal development books and read them. Okay? Because the only reason that I lasted in Shaklee going through a horribly abusive marriage is because I continually worked on myself. Okay? And that's why I lasted in Shaklee, and that's why I loved it.
You know, Nina, I'd like to mention the Eric Ward's book for Sandy.
Do you
And I
have
tell
that
you
book, Sandy?
why, I had a real struggle with network marketing, not really fully, getting a grasp in that. In fact, I just didn't like that connotation or something. And really, for years, as you know, I didn't talk the business much because I was so product oriented.
Mhm.
And but that book really was probably one of the things that turned me around. And then, of course, I love Richard Bliss recently, but Eric War would be the first book I would read, Sandy.
But his book is more on believing in the industry. I want you to do some personal development.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You're talking. Okay. But
Yes,
it did help
yes.
me even with that, Nina.
Yeah.
It helped me even with that song.
Okay. I would encourage like John Maxwell book, a book from him. He's very good on helping you see. What are some other books that some of you guys have read that have been very good?
I've been reading The Mindset Reset. I really enjoy that, especially with what's been going on with me. It's really helped me organize my thoughts. If I do have something coming to me, I do my reset and I focus on that. John Livingston Seagull, that's an old one.
Oh, yes.
That's a good one.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So just start reading something, Sandy, and talking to yourself about who you really are, because you have a heart of gold and people love you because of that. Okay.
Affirmations really help too. They
Yes.
really do. I mean, your mindset, you have to convince yourself sometimes who you are, who you want to be. And that goes a long way. Just keep building yourself up, because that little voice in our head tends to try to sabotage us all the time. You're not good enough. You're not better. You don't know what you're saying. It's better. You have to be your own best cheerleader, and you have to learn how to do that and know that you're worthy of doing that.
Yes.
That you're worthy of success. I mean, my personal story is I could talk for hours about how powerful this business is and how powerful personal development is, for sure.
I love that about this industry. I love that about this industry. I've gotten connected, with a lot of people from other companies that are superstars, and you listen to their stories. And
everyone struggles.
It makes you want to cry, but then it makes you happy because we have the tool to make such a difference in people's lives. So, all right, Sandy, I got you. Ellen disappeared, so Mike, we'll go to you. What's a short-term goal?
To get our volume up to 4,000 EV.
How about 5? You're at 4 most of the time.
No, that's true. So we actually got to 4, almost 4, yeah. So 5 would probably be a better target.
Yeah. And the reason that I say that is you've even hit 5 several times. So the reason that I say that is this thing that's called Break the Barrier, and it's from Jim Rohn from years and years and years ago. I remember this when I first got into Shaklee, and he said, if you set a goal for 10,000 volume, you will never hit the 10,000. You'll get to 9, you'll get to 95, but you'll never get to 10. And 10 is what stuck in my head. That's what he always talked about, was 10. So to break that barrier to get to 10, he said, you can set a goal for 5. Whoops, and when you get to 4, you have to raise it to 10. And when you get to 8, you have to raise it to 12 or 15, like for group volume or whatever. You have to always, because you'll never get to that exact number unless you have a goal bigger. Okay? So I don't want to tell you what you want to do, but does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. What will that mean for you?
Means we'll have a little more money to play with. Do some more fun things.
Okay. You know what? One of the speakers this year who's been on the pilot with us is a guy. Oh, I look like I have a mask on. Mike Watkins. Or, no, that's not his last name. Anyways, Scott Watkins, sorry. He has taken this Prove It challenge, and he said, this is the easiest thing that I've ever done. So I don't know that he's on the main panel. I don't know how much you guys are going to get to see of what's there because you're not going. But when he talks about how super simple it is, we'll come home and they're going to have scripts and everything for people that you can go out and do this. So I see this as a great way. And we're going to work with doing this online as well, okay? On Facebook. So, all right. Good job. I know you'll go there.
Nana, did you say that you're going to have a specific presentation for the Prove It package, the challenge?
Yeah, there is. They do have a presentation.
Shackley?
Yep, you'll find out everything next week. Everybody wants to know it ahead of time. It's like, no.
I just knew that you mentioned that you were going to be doing a presentation on the Friday morning after we got back, and I was wondering.
We're going to be doing our Zoom here.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was thinking you were going to show us a presentation or something.
Oh.
No.
Well, we can probably get to that. I probably won't do it on this Friday morning one.
Okay.
Because it's going to come home from you'll have it from conference.
Good.
But I'll be happy to go through it. I don't want to do it on this Friday morning time.
No, I understand.
Because I think this time is too valuable. Maybe what I'll do is do a recording of it because I want it for myself to use on Facebook for prospecting. And then I'll share that, okay? So, Ellen, what is your goal? Your short term?
Well, my goal, of course, is to move up in rank. I have, my volume keeps me at about a senior coordinator, but I just need more people working other than me. So I'm really, my goal is to move up in rank. I'd like to become QA.
Okay, what's your short-term goal?
So my short-term goal is I've got 3 different people that I want to get to director. So my short-term goal is working with them to try to get them. And I feel like the Prove It challenge is going to hopefully, if it doesn't with one of my girls that runs about 1,500 PV up every month and just can't seem, if it doesn't with her after 10 years, I don't know what's going to, but I feel good about it.
So is she excited about it?
Well,
or are you excited about it?
Well, I am. She's can't go to
conference.
I'm sorry.
I said, I know you are. I said, is she?
She is has a new baby, so she can't go to conference this year, which I'm sad about.
Yeah.
But she has 3 children. She homeschools them. It's a lot.
You're making excuses. Stop.
She has such an incredible gift
Yep.
on Facebook. Everybody that sees her Instagram and her post. So I don't know what the holdup is. She just is not comfortable with people. So we'll see.
Does she want it?
I don't know. That's
the conversation you need to have, okay?
I have it. I've had it so many times. Even my upline has. We just can't get it out of her. So I don't know.
So is it fear that's stopping her?
She just really struggles with talking to people. Well,
maybe she needs,
post, but she can't go beyond that.
Maybe
so I don't know.
But she does Facebook and she does a wonderful job on Facebook. So she's building some relationships there.
Yeah, she is. And she has Instagram. She does beautiful job on Instagram. So she has got all the tools.
Okay.
And like I say, her baby now is about 2 months old. And so I think, she's got the potential.
Okay.
So I'm going to be working with her. And then I have a nurse that really wants it.
Okay, so that's the one you need to really focus on.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You need to focus on the ones that really want it. That is the hardest lesson in leadership, is learning how to work with those who want it.
Yeah.
And to be able to, as hard as it is, let go of those who don't. That is the hardest thing that there is. Or you've got people who want it, but they don't want your help. That happens as well. And that's okay.
Yeah. I want it for them more than they want it for themselves a lot.
That happens. That is the biggest lesson to learn in leadership. Anne is shaking her head. You've been there. So we waste so much time wanting it and working. What do they call it? Is it the low-hanging fruit? Because they're just hanging there all the time, and they take a lot of your time and a lot of your attention, but they never do anything.
Just love them where they are.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's part of leadership. Leadership is a totally different story than selling product. Okay?
And, you know, and that's really what I have done with KD. I've just had to love her where she is, and she's an amazing, gifted young woman. In fact, Joe Torres has considered using her to do some of our presentations because she is so gifted. But she's artistic. She's all of those things. And you know, when a person's artistic, they're very not so much introverted, but they are. Nobody else can do things as well as they can do it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
They're greens, but I'll tell you what, they're the detail people.
Very.
But when I went to Florida to Tony
Underwood.
yeah. When I went to his seminar down there, he had a Dr. Bromer in who talked about the 4 different personalities, and he had us split up into these, you know, he asked us 2 questions and we all split into 4 different groups. And it didn't matter which group that it was, whether it was the D, the driven, whether it was the I, the fun, whether it was, I shouldn't say it that way. The D is the red, as Pat Hins taught us all. D is red. The I is blue, so they're the fun. You know, they want all the fun. Yellow is the S, and they're all the heart people, and they have to do everything for everybody. And then the C is the detail people. That's the green, as we knew them. It didn't matter which one of those categories there was master coordinators in them.
Interesting.
Yes. So, you know, we can make excuses. There's something from her past that's happened that she has not been able to deal with. And that's what it comes down to. When you're afraid to really be your best and go out and talk to people, it's because you have not dealt with something in your past. You know, there's different people. I have gotten a lot of different calls about the whys or whatevers of some stuff that's happened. And, you know, we see people who jump companies. It's always because there's an unfulfilled thing with inside of themselves. It's not because of Shackley that they've gone on to another company. There's something inside of them that they're hurting, that they have not figured out how to fix. There's some guilt inside of them that they have not figured out how to mend. And having gone through a lot of that myself, I mean, I've never ever thought about jumping Shackley, but I've been unhappy inside of me for many, many years. Until I got that fixed, I always worked on my head, on my mindset. But until I got that hole in my heart fixed, and realized that I didn't have to be guilty for anything. I was not this horrible person as I was tried to be made out by my ex. It was none of that. I had to take care of that. I was okay with me. And I mean, we know that somebody else just jumped ship. We hear about it right away because of social media. But there's so much hurt inside of there. And I know that. So we can't judge people. People are looking and they're looking and they're trying and they're trying, and that's why they jump ship. But when you've got somebody in your group who is phenomenal at one area and she's excelling at that because she knows she's good at it and she has the confidence there. She had something that hurt her in the past that doesn't allow her to talk to people because she doesn't feel she's good enough. She doesn't feel she's worthy. Okay? So I'm going to suggest to you, Ellen, that you said you have a gal who is super excited. You work with her and the other girl may gain some confidence from her. Okay, that's what happens. So, all right.
Thank
So 3 people to director is a little longer, but your first is 1 person to director, right?
you. Yeah, right.
Okay. If you have 3 people you can work with as a team to director, they feed off from each other.
Yeah.
So, okay, Sharon, what's your short term?
Break out 2 directors with 6,000 PV. I would like to bring my personal group volume to 5,000. That's
Say
gonna
6,000 PV, so each of them have 3.
right.
Yep. Okay.
That's going to
Make me a. That's gonna make me a.
master or
No.
senior key.
No.
Yeah, 2 directors, break off 2.
No, it's gonna bring you to key because you need more volume to get to senior key.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Okay.
totally forgetting key. I'm skipping a barrier.
It's
Not
gonna,
breaking it, I'm
gonna
skipping it.
make you a solid key, Sharon, is
Yeah.
what it's gonna do. Yeah. So, okay, cool. Anne, what's your short term?
My short term is to get back to what I'm paid as. I lost my directors over the last couple of years because I kind of took a step back for caregiving. That's the whole story. So 10,000 PV, 2 new directors, back to senior coordinator. So I have my rank. That's a short term for me because I know I can do that. It's in my mindset that I know I can do it. And that's the key, people. You have to believe you can do it. And then when you can believe you can do it and you focus on it and everything's about that, you'll get there. So whatever it is that your goal is, you have to believe it in your heart and you have to believe that you're already there.
You've got people in the pipeline that's going to make it very easy for you to get back there.
I do. I'm not sure that it's going to be my past directors, actually.
No.
I think it might be one of my past directors. Maybe I might even be going for 4, but I'm being conservative with my short-term goal. So,
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome, and I believe you'll do it too. So, okay, cool. And I believe that each of you can do that. So, what I want you guys to work on this week is, of course, continue. You know what your goals are. I want you to continue and get your charts filled out so that, or your calendars, I'm sorry, so that you've got your people, that you don't have to stop and think what happens when you just have a list of names and today it's like, okay, now who am I going to call? Oh, well, they don't this. Oh, well, I don't know if they're, maybe they will. Oh, I can't call them. You play this stupid game in your head, right? So with that list now, that is who you're going to call on that day. That's why it's so important to do it this way. And I think every one of you have gone through that, having a list and then trying to decide, who can I call today, right? So you know exactly who you're going to call. But what I want you to work on this week is I want you to get your story, and I want you to get it recorded, whether it's a product or a product and a business story together. Now, Sandy and Sharon, you guys may not have the business story yet, but you can, in your business story, you can say that you're excited and you're working to, you know, whatever the fun part of that is. Okay.
No,
I want it.
This is to post on social media. Is that
It's
what
not,
you're saying?
it's for you to use on social media, yes, but it's also, you can use this with some of your people that you've got on this list.
Okay.
Okay.
How long should it be?
Maximum 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. And the reason that I want this is because so often it's harder to get a hold of people on the phone, but we've talked about messaging before, and I don't know how many of you have messaged on Facebook to connect with people. So if you have your 100 and some names that you want to be able to those are actually people you're going to connect with and talk to, okay? The names that are on your list.
So just for curiosity, will a 2-minute story, will you be able to text a 2-minute story or private message a 2-minute story?
Yes,
Sometimes
because
they're too large.
no, because you're going to have it on a video.
Or like a YouTube.
Yeah, we'll get just
Okay.
get the story done and get it recorded, okay? You always want the details ahead of time. All right. So
I'm an overachiever, didn't you notice?
stay with the game. Okay. I have a friend of mine that I met in Greece that is helping me with this part right now, and I cannot not teach you guys, okay? Because it's huge. You guys are getting the benefit. I'm paying $10,000 for my mentor right now, and you guys are getting the benefit of what she's teaching us, but to work it into our Shakti business. Okay. So I'm excited about it because I can see that this is what will definitely make a difference in work. So any questions? Nope. Okay.
Nope. All excited, ready
Yeah.
to go.
Awesome. Awesome. You know what I'm saying is we're going to run, and who wants to run together? That's what it's about. And you know what? When you're talking to people about the business, talk to them about that as well. Talk to them about, I am so excited because I am on this run, and I would love for you to run with me. Okay? Because people like to go where it's fun. So, all right. Well, you guys have an awesome week. Who else going? So Sharon, Ellen, Ann, you guys are all at conference. Okay.
Yep. Safe travels, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Hopefully we'll run into each other somewhere.
well, we'll probably see each other at the YFP thing, right?
Meet and greet, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good
Have an
week.
awesome week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay. I can't wait to hear your stories.
Thank you.